Hi everyone! Doing a video today because I promised that I would. So that's number one. Doing a video about how I do my makeup, and the key thing and the reason why this video is different from all other videos that you're seeing out there is because I am focusing on around 10 minutes. So people that are in a rush, people that want to get a full look but don't have a ton of time. And so, it's a lot of working moms, people that are just really busy, or maybe people that are newer to makeup and just don't want to commit a lot of time to doing their look. So that's my main reason for wanting to do it. I just thought maybe it would be different. Also, I just really love makeup, so I just like talking about it. So with that being said, with my previous post, I'm not an expert. I didn't go to cosmetology school. I'm not a person that's going to use the same techniques as you see everybody else using out there, and that's for a really good reason. It's because either it doesn't look good on me or it's a huge time saver. So you're going to see me do some things that are either somewhat similar or maybe sometimes totally different from what you've seen before, just in an effort to save time. I like to look nice and look put together. I know a lot of us are working from home right now. I am definitely one of those people. So I did do maybe a week where I was not wearing makeup and I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel put together. It makes me feel human, but also people are still seeing me a lot when I work from home. I do a lot of video chats, and I recently started a new job too, so I just want to look full look put together, but I also really value sleeping in. So I'm not a working mom. I don't have kids at my house, but I love sleeping in as late as I possibly can, sneak in some yoga, do my makeup in anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes, really quick, and then get on with my day and log in and work. So just to kind of start out, I have tips to succeed. And now I realize that this is backwards, so perfect. But basically, I think you need to be confident. So practice what you're doing on the weekends or days where you don't care what you look like as much, so you can build up your confidence in what you're able to do. I think part of this too is making makeup feel more accessible to people. I think a lot of people just assume I can't do that, I can't master that technique or look as good as the professionals do, so I'm just not going to try. And I think look at makeup as more of an opportunity to explore your creativity. That's why I love it so much. It's a way to express myself and maybe look a little bit different every day. So learn how to be confident. Sometimes I still need to work on that. I have used the right tools, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of work around what tools I use today, but for the most part I'm just going to focus on products, and then I'll do a whole nother separate video. I have a lot of content ideas on talking about finding the right tools that work for you, and then a lot of things too around budget. So I'm not going to be showing you, this is another thing that's different about me, I'm not going to be talking about all the top makeup lines. I'm not going to be showing you the new makeup line that Selena Gomez came out with. This is what I think. I feel like that's not affordable for everybody. I mean, her products are on the more affordable end, but everything is going to be like $20 to $30. And I think you really need to mix in things that are more affordable and still really usable to make makeup more accessible to people that either don't have the money to spend or just don't want to commit that much money into it when they're kind of newer to it or it's not their top priority. Then I also think that having the right techniques is really important, so I'll be talking a little bit about techniques today. That's, like I said, where you're going to see a big difference. I don't use the same techniques. I'm not going to be using a beauty blender. I don't have time for that. I don't think it looks good on my skin. Maybe someday I'll learn to love a beauty blender, but man, that sponge is like $20, $30, $25 or something too, so use your beauty blender if you like it. I say no thanks. And then have a routine. So I think a really important thing for me that makes me able to just kind of breeze through is that I do the same thing in the same order pretty much every time. And then also, since I know that my brain doesn't work full tilt in the morning, I plan my outfit, and then it sounds really silly and girly, I plan my eyeshadow too. I'm like, okay, what eyeshadow is going to kind of complement that without looking too matchy? So I have it in my head already, so that when I get ready to actually do it in the morning, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna grab that eyeshadow palette. I know what I'm gonna use. I'm good to go. Now I just remembered I didn't grab my eyeshadow palette. walk with me because I don't have video editing capabilities because I'm new to this. Cool. Grabbing my eyeshadow palette and then we're good to go. I have everything else laid out, ready to rock. I guess one more thing I want to acknowledge too before I start is that this is a big deal for me. I'm not a very confident person, so bear with me that, you know, I kind of acknowledge that you really put yourself out there when you're on screen with no makeup. I'm really broken out right now. I'm having some hormonal acne, some stress acne, but also, you know, you really put yourself out for criticism when you post any type of video where you're talking about something, especially when you don't feel like you're a full-on expert, or you're still at an age where you're building your confidence. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hopefully not judging me. Here we go. So I'm going to talk through the products that I use for my favorite 8-minute look. I'm not kidding, I can do this in 8 minutes. It's gonna take me longer for this because I'm explaining everything, so don't time me. It's gonna take me more than 8 minutes here, but once you have the routine down and figure out what works for you, this is an 8-minute look. And this look I kind of stole from The Good Wife. I've been binge watching that late at night when they do the reruns. So it's a brown smoky eye. And the reason why it's so quick is because they're pretty much using one eyeshadow color and just doing a really good job blending it. I personally like it for me because I have brown eyes, so I like to use the warmer colors, warmer tones. I think technically I have cool tone skin, but I have worn like blue or silver eyeshadows and I feel like I look horrible and washed out all day. So I love the warmer tones. That's what I stick with. But I'll do another video too on figuring out what works best with your skin tone, eye color, that type of thing, and figuring out what works best for you and what's going to look best for you. So, product that I'm starting out with today. First of all, too, I prep my skin. So what do I mean by prepping? I washed it. I'm not going to talk too much about what I use to wash my skin because we're going to change that. It's not working for me right now. Wash my skin and then, most importantly, moisturize right away afterwards. People, I think, don't understand that washing your face, anytime you put water on your skin, you're actually losing moisture because it dries and then your skin just kind of like doesn't know what to do. So make sure after you wash your face, immediately moisturize your skin. Right now I'm using Labrai Aloe as a moisturizer, and I like that because I feel like it's also healing my skin, also not potentially making me more oily. I am very much so more on the oily side, so I'm always trying to combat that and figure out how to keep my face looking matte throughout the day. So with that being said, this is my other prep. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Matte Spray. And I like to do a couple spritzes to start before I do my makeup. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of splurged on this one. This is a $29 product. So there are some things that maybe you're gonna have to splurge on a little bit as you kind of slowly build up what you have in your makeup collection. I'll talk through some kind of tips on how to do that too in another video with my spend versus splurge idea. So this settles into liquid and powder. I always do a good shake, and then I do maybe like 4 sprays. I try not to get crazy because I spent $29 on this thing. Okay, and then another note, this stuff smells really, really good. Like if I could just smell this all day, it kind of smells like men's cologne. I don't know, I just really like it. Next in the routine, Tarte Shape Tape. This is another splurge, sorry. This one is $27, but once you get 1 or 2 shades, so this is my summer shade, summer color right now, and I have a winter shade. Once you have your shades, I feel like you can make them last a while, and then you can save money. And there's like little tricks too where you can pull out this stopper in the top with the pliers. Once you get more towards the bottom, you can fish around and get more product out. Another tip I use, because I apply my product with a dome-shaped brush, if you jam this thing in and out of the plunger a lot of product starts sneaking up into this section and just like coating the edge of the wand and just becoming really messy. It's not good. So I use this little tip where you kind of sneak in there and get the makeup out of that little part and use it. And so what I'm doing next is I'm just prepping my lids. A lot of professionals that you will see are going to prep their lids or prime or put concealer in this section after they do their draw on their eyebrows. This is going to get you that really clean, really cut, crisp, awesome look. I don't do that because don't have time. Don't really care if I look perfect or if my eyebrows look that perfect, like crisp on the bottom. And it is quicker and easier to be able to just like smudge some on now, not care what I'm doing to my eyebrows, then draw and set my eyebrows. So that's why I do it that order. Do whatever works for you. I don't care. Do what makes you happy. Alright, good enough. So I've got that going. Now I'm going to draw on my eyebrows. I'll say 2. Still working on being happy with my eyebrows. So I think that's a journey for like every woman, right? We all kind of don't really like our eyebrows, and there are so many people with amazing eyebrows out there that you get brow envy, but it is what it is. So I should show you a product I'm using. I'm using the Precisely My Brow pencil. This is another splurge item. This is $24. I'll admit to it, I go through one every couple months. And I don't feel like I go crazy with the product, but I really like it because it has the spoolie brush end right on it. So it makes it quick and easy. You have your brush to brush, your side to draw, all in one tool, which is really nice. So I always brush through my brows just to get them all roughly facing the same way. I plan on doing just a video just for eyebrows too, not because I think my eyebrows are awesome, but because it was requested, and I think it's something that warrants its own video. So this other side is awesome because it has a really fine tip. See that? You can't, it's so tiny. So this is great because it's going to help you get the hair-like strokes. And another note too, if you're not sure what color works for you or if you're gonna like a product, hate to sound like I'm sponsored by something or plugging something, but go to Ulta because you can talk to a person there. They're going to help color match you. They're going to help you sample the product. Maybe not right now with COVID, they're not doing too much sampling. And then they also have a really good return policy. So I recently bought the Benefit Brow Microblading Pencil. Did not like it. It was like $29. And because it made my brows look so dark and just didn't meet my expectations, I brought it back, exchanged it for another one of these suckers, and there was no issue, no problem with it. So, and what I do is I draw along the top side first to get my general shape. I do that because I'm missing a lot of stuff right up in there. I feel like my brow journey has been interesting. Brow journey. Ugh, I'm that person. So basically meaning I spent years and years growing my eyebrows out from that period where it was cool to have the really thin eyebrows, plucked the bejeebers out of them. So my brow journey was literally not doing any plucking pretty much, other than what was crazy out of order. And that was hard to do, but you have to do that sometimes when you need to kind of grow back in what you've been over plucking. Takes a lot of patience, but you have to do what you have to do. And there is a brow product made by Benefit that you can brush on to help encourage your hair to grow in more sparse spots. I think it's like $12, and I am tempted to try it, so that's on my list. But you know, my husband is very aware that I spend plenty of money on makeup, so I'm trying to calm that down right now. All this online shopping, there's nothing else to do right now with sitting at home. So as you're seeing, I'm kind of brushing as I go right now. I typically don't do that. I'll brush after I'm done drawing everything on, but I'm just being nitpicky right now. Making sure to fill in my tail because my tail is really where it's sparse and it does not grow in too much, hoping I can get that to fill at some point. One thing that I've noticed too, don't shove the wrong cap on it, is that I can finish my whole look and then I'll look back at my eyebrows and go, nope, I need a little bit more fill in the tail, and kind of touch it up last minute. Now, that works fine too. I mean, sometimes you're going to see that something needs more once you're done with your full look. So just kind of be content with what you have maybe if you're not sure, and you can always go back and add more versus doing way too much. Alright, so my next product is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I like this because it's clear. It's not going to add more color and add to what I've already drawn on. I feel what I've drawn on is already plenty dark. Because this is my natural color, this is maybe not obvious to other people, highlights. So I don't want it to look like I have these giant dark caterpillar brows and this blonde gorgeousness up here. So I like the clear gel. And the reason why I use this is because I do have longer hairs for my eyebrows. And this just kind of sets everything in place. This is a little bit cheaper product. This is $7. So it's not too bad. ColourPop, again, like I'm not trying to plug something, but I actually really like ColourPop because they are affordable, but they actually have a good quality of product. I've not gotten something from them yet and said, you know, I really didn't care for that. So, done with my brow gel. Now that my eyebrows are done, satisfactory for now, I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow. This is the part where it really starts to get quick because you know where you're going with it. Gotta make the magic happen. I'm not going to talk about what brushes I'm really using today or how much they cost. I'll do that some other time when I do like a tools video, like I said. So what I'm using today, I'm obsessed with this palette. Problem is, it's kind of old. Don't judge me. So my friend got this for me for Christmas, I think. And so I'm not really sure if it was probably like in the $8 to $12 range because it only has this many pans. Their bigger palettes at maximum are I think like $24. So you can get a lot of colors and really get a good mix of colors at one time in one shot. And I like ColourPop because it has a good color payout without paying a ton of money. The color I'm going to use, they don't name them because they're just cool like that on this one, but I really like this brown color because it's a nice medium warm brown color. Like I said, I really stick with the warms. Always tap your brush, even if you're not sure if it has fallout, even if it probably doesn't have fallout. You don't want to get eyeshadow, even though I haven't done any makeup on my face yet, getting all over your cheeks. It can be really hard to get off. You can use a makeup wipe. I prefer not to because they cost money and they're bad for the environment. I don't know. And it takes more time. I don't know. So I'm going to put this all over the lid, kind of starting with the corner. I always start where I want the most concentration of color and then work from there because then you're going to have less on the brush and it's just going to naturally kind of start to blend for you. So we've got that. Not the finished product. Don't panic. I know it looks like someone punched me in the face and I got this weird brown eye. We're not done. It's okay. I'm just using like a big fluffy shadow brush. Again, starting in the outer corner, working my way in. I just love this color so much. I use like 2, maybe 3 colors out of this palette, and I have not hit the bottom of the pan yet, which is a miracle, because when I do, I'm gonna panic, because I don't think they sell this thing anymore. I don't know. Wow, this turned out darker. Cool. We can fix things. Don't panic if you're like, whoa, what is happening? Pretty much everything's fixable. It's gonna be okay. So what I go in with next is a more fluffy blending brush. What I'm gonna do right away too on my side where it's more dark is I am going to dip it in some nude color shadow. Don't worry about this palette. I don't know. I don't even know why I grabbed this one. I like my Huda Beauty one better. But again, Huda, she's really, like, her products are great. Very pricey. Very much so on the splurge side. So, now we're just hitting the blending brush up here. We do not want harsh lines. Those make me cringe. I'll kind of give like a little bit of a smudge with my finger too to get a little bit more of a clean edge, but I don't want a super clean edge. I just don't like that look. To each their own. Use a makeup wipe if you want. I won't judge you, or I will, and I just won't tell you. It's fine. So, quick blend. Looks great. Use a little bit over here. Get a nice blend. Yeah, I don't have as much product on this side. Don't mind me. Put more. All good. And just kind of blend over the whole lid so that you're getting a kind of seamless smoky brown look. Or whatever color you want to use for smoky. I don't know. I think brown looks awesome because it's a little bit more soft too. That's kind of my thing. I want to do a full look, but I also want it to be very wearable, soft, feminine, whatever. So that's pretty much our one shadow color. I do a corner highlight. Sometimes I will use my, this is my favorite shadow. Sometimes I'll use this one. Sometimes I'll use it, use a highlighter instead once I get to my highlighter. But this looks really nice. So I'll just put a little bit on with my finger because it's faster. I feel like you get a good control and you get good color payoff with very little fallout, which are all good things. All time saving, all look good. Now you have eyeshadow all over your finger. Awesome. Try to wipe it on a towel, not your clothes. And then, ready for eyeliner. So I use two different eyeliners. Just a personal preference, kind of what I've been doing lately, is I like to use a brown, this is kind of the color, brown liner for my bottom, and then a black liquid liner for the top. I like the top to look more crisp and defined, the bottom to look more soft and subdued. This one is the Sephora waterproof. I actually don't like it because, man, if you can see, the struggle is really real with trying to sharpen this thing. I go to sharpen it and I feel like it just like crumbles all over, ends up all over my floor. So overall, I like the product itself, but I'm looking at getting like a NYX self-sharpening pencil, something that it's not gonna be such a pain in the butt to try to sharpen. What I personally like to do for my eye shape, and again for a little bit more soft look, is I like to only line up to about the middle for the bottom liner, and then a little bit farther in for the top liner. It's a trick that makes your eyes look bigger, so that's part of why I do it too. And I'll do a little bit more dark in the corner, a little bit lighter in the center. Sometimes I'll even blend it with my finger. I like using the pencil as well for the bottom because it automatically gives a little bit more of a smudged or smoky look. So that makes it quicker and easier too. I feel like this has a good lasting power. This stuff stays. I haven't had an issue with it running. I don't think I have really particularly watery eyes like my mom always did. But she stays put. It's pretty great. And that liner is $11. I think the NYX one that I'm looking at is a couple bucks cheaper. So another reason to give it a try, right? Cheaper, sometimes it's good. My upper liner, I'm gonna use my House Labs from Lady Gaga. I've used a couple different liquid eyeliners over the last couple years, so there's definitely some good ones out there. This is a splurge one, again, 20 bucks, but I think I got like a promo or coupon because it was a newer line where I got free shipping and I got it for like 15 bucks or something. And I'm a big fan of winged liner. Like, I haven't done a look without winged liner in maybe like 2-3 years because I've tried it and I don't like it anymore. I just like how it opens up your eyes, makes your mascara look more powerful. You know, I read an article too where a lady said, I do winged liner every day because I used to do it only for special occasions, and then I realized how much more I liked the way it looked. And so you shouldn't have to only do something for special occasions because you feel like it's too much or too fancy. Like, make yourself look however you want to look, or whatever makes you feel most confident or feminine or fun, or do what makes you happy. I don't know. I might even do a video just for how to do winged liner because I feel like that's something that really intimidates people, and people are like, oh, I can't do it. I'm either too scared to try it, or I have tried it, it's been awful and I gave up. So I do my flick first. I feel like that's pretty common. Try to angle it up a little bit and straight, and then pull from about the middle of the lid and meet and kind of fill in that blank space on the side. That's probably hard for you guys to see. And like I said, I do from a little bit further in than the middle. Just gonna not talk while I focus and try to get a decent wing. It can ruin your day if you get a bad wing, and it's funny because I feel like almost always I have one side turn out better than the other, and you're like, it is what it is, what are you gonna do? Like they say for eyebrows, you know, they are gonna end up being sisters, not twins, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't know. So, just getting my other side done quickly. I feel like this has a really good point on the brush, so you can get really good precision. So again, talking about using the right tools. Find a brush that has good payoff. I mean, this is kind of old too. I've been using this for maybe 2 months and it hasn't even dried out yet. So a lot of times where people will say, oh, I can't justify spending that much money, that's really expensive. You, for the most part, depending on what you're shopping for, are getting a higher quality, you're getting better color payout, you're getting longer last You know, it's not going to dry out right away. You're getting something that has a better tip or a better brush, or you're not just paying for the name brand usually, is what I'm saying. So next is where I really feel like the look starts to come together. That'd be eyelashes, and I've been using this for about a week or two now. Be aware, anytime you start a new mascara, you are probably not going to like it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it has to do with, you know, the brush has more product on it when you start out, so you're getting too much product and it's kind of more clumpy. I think that's part of it. And then, not to get too scientific, but I feel like as you start to add more oxygen with pulling the brush in and out, it kind of like helps settle the formula, or I don't know what it does, but I feel like a little bit more oxygen in the formula once you start to use it, and getting the brush through that plunger a few times to kind of settle how much product is coming out makes a big difference. So be patient. If you start out with a new mascara and you don't like it, kind of deal with it for a few days, give it a chance, maybe even like a week or two, and you might actually start to like it. I've seen so many people put their comments out on Ulta and say, I hated this mascara, it was so clumpy, and I thought, did you give it more than a one day or one time try? I feel like that's important. Be patient. This one is a saver one. That's exciting too. This one is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara, and it retails for $4.99, $5. And they do a lot of deals where you can buy one, get one half off. So I did that, and I gave one to my sister for her birthday. So more to share. Pretty exciting. I would say with this mascara, it's a pretty good beginner mascara. Do be aware, okay, and just, you know, it's really awkward to do your mascara in front of people, right? Because we all make that mascara face. So you can make your own mascara face. You don't have to copy mine. I don't even remember what I was saying now, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like this is a fairly good beginner mascara. I do have a different one. Maybe I'll do just a mascara video, and I'll talk about some other ones that I feel like are maybe a little bit better because they give you more definition. This one is pretty good about giving you curl and volume as well, all in one shot. On the time-saving thread again, because that's what this is all about, right? I do not believe in doing multiple coats of mascara. If your mascara isn't doing everything in one coat for you, it's not the mascara for you. I don't know, I feel like the more you layer it on, the more your lashes are starting to look cakey, clumpy, all that kind of stuff. Okay, fun thing, I just got mascara all over my eyelid too. And I'm gonna, in my mascara video, I'll talk about quick, easy ways to fix that, because it happens to everybody, right? Sometimes I'll give it a little push then while it's wet with my finger, to give it a little bit of curl. I don't believe in using eyelash curlers because I don't like how they feel. And I have seen that they can tug out some of my eyelashes sometimes. I need to protect these babies. We weren't born with a million eyelashes, so I don't need a tool that's pulling my eyelashes out. That's not okay. And because I was talking, I forgot to do my bottom lashes on the other side. So I'll just do that after I get these suckers done. I do feel like this mascara is kind of hard. I do not buy waterproof because I feel like it's so hard to wash off. Again, you're potentially pulling out your eyelashes. But I do feel like this mascara is kind of hard to wash back off. She wants to hold on, man. So if you're gonna need some probably special products or something, more than just your regular face wash to get this off. I do use a makeup breakup cleansing oil just on my eyes to help wash off all my eye makeup, which works really well. And then do a full cleanse with my face wash. What I'll do after I have most of the product off with doing a top lash is I will do the bottom lashes. That way you don't have a ton of product and you're not making them look all clumpy dumpy. Try not to get it in your hair because that doesn't look cute. Alright, done with the bottom. And then next, again, this is where it kind of feels like you're speeding up because I feel like this is kind of the home stretch. Once I have my eyes done, because my eyes are what I always focus the most on, then it's time to get your skin done. And then you're ready to rock. I'm tapping this to get the product back down underneath the plunger, again, so it doesn't all oop up onto the wand. This has a doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to cover up my dark circles and cover up my acne. So here's where I'm saving a ton of time, friends. I do not do full coverage. I do not do, why can't I think of it? I don't put makeup on my entire face. I don't like how it feels. I don't like how it looks. My husband actually notices too when I put makeup on my entire face, and he'll be like, you look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. Not to be mean, but like, he can tell and will say, you know, I want my skin to look like my skin. So it's not going to look perfect. I am going to have a little bit of redness in my cheeks. Everything's not going to be an entirely even tone. And I know that this might not work for everybody too, because some people do have dark spots, really bad redness, maybe some rosacea. So I acknowledge that this is not, you know, going to work for every person. But hey, I'm showing you I have plenty of blemishes to cover right now. And we're just making it work with some concealer. So the technique I use with using the same brush for everything, I don't always, you probably shouldn't, but I used a swiping method for under my eyes, and then more of a stippling to buffing technique for the rest of my skin. Because it's not going to brush all the product away. Shape Tape does a really good job. It's a more full coverage product, which is why it is worth the splurge. You cannot find it at Sephora, so don't go there, because they'll try to just sell you something else, and then you'll buy that something else, and you won't like it. Totally didn't happen to me. I'm not speaking from experience. Yeah, I am. Okay. So I've mostly covered my acne, right? Good start there. Here's the tip for getting better coverage on top of that now, since I didn't do the full foundation. That's the word I was looking for. Didn't do foundation. Usually you do foundation and then concealer is going to cover what your foundation didn't. I just go in with my little saver. This is Maybelline concealer, Instant Age Rewind eraser. It has this little spongy thing, and then you crank it to put more product into there. It is technically for underneath your eyes. I'll do a little bit. I've noticed if I do too much, my makeup starts to look orange and creasy at the end of the day, which is not fun. This is a product too where I have 2 different colors on it, because I realized that I have summer skin and she's a whole different color, friend. So this does a really good job of, you just dab it on your acne. It's gonna hurt a little bit because you're stabbing your acne, but it's gonna do some spot on coverage that works really well because it has this foam applicator right in the tool. Just touching up my eyebrow a little bit there. So we're done with that. Next we're gonna go in with our bronzer. Right now I'm doing a Hoola by Benefit, because that's what everybody was using, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. Is this stuff worth it? I mean, it's good, but honestly, you can totally get away with using like a Physicians Formula, something a lot cheaper. I feel like it's kind of hard to find a bronzer that is not gonna do the job. It's just a bronzer. I don't know. It's not like eyeshadow where you really need that color payout to be able to pop some on and be done. So if you notice, I'm focusing on the top. That's where I want most of my color to be. If you put too much down here, it's gonna look muddy, which is not good. I'm actually even gonna blend this a little bit with a brush with nothing on it, because wow, there's a lot of bronzer on there. And I blend it up into my temple as well, to get more of like a contour look, but also just to make it look a little bit more natural. And doing that again on the other side. Pop some on my forehead to make it a little bit smaller. For the most part too, that's the thing with me. I'm not trying to do things to make my nose look smaller, make my forehead. I'm not trying to make myself look like a different person. I'm just enhancing what God gave me. Put some on your neck, or it's going to be a different color, and you're going to look like a crazy person. Done with my bronzer. Almost done. Going in with my ColourPop Super Shock highlighter. I'm obsessed with this stuff. My dog is barking. Awesome. My husband's home. It's gonna get crazy in here. This is real life. Going with your highlighter. I think this is only $8, which I love. It is a pink and gold shift, so it's a little bit softer, which is awesome. I put a little bit up here. because it looks really good on video camera. I'm not lying. A little bit on the end of the nose, a little bit here. Done. Really good. Last, almost, is blush. And I have heard from others that you do this at this point because then it's kind of blending your highlighter and your bronzer together. This on camera is coming across super red. I promise I don't look this red. It's whatever. I'll blame it on the lighting. Next, I also don't do a real bake because nobody has time for that. It's a whole other product you have to buy. I use this CoverGirl Clean, which is like $8, and just kind of pop it along here. It's gonna make your bronzer look a little bit more sharp, and also, fun fact, you're gonna be covering more of your acne from the mask you've been wearing. Yep, that. I also pop a little bit here on my T-zone because she gets oily, man. Then finish off with some Mario Badescu spray. This is the medium bottle, which I think is $8. Whoa, low power mode, killing my phone battery. Love this because it smells really good, feels really good, and it gives your makeup a more natural set. So I'm gonna finish up quick before my husband comes in and everything gets crazy. I hope you enjoyed watching me get ready. I'm not getting ready to go anywhere. I'm literally just staying at home. I just watched the Packer game. Like I said, I hope I'm gonna have the courage to post more videos. I hope you had fun watching with me. I hope you like this look, and I would like to continue to do some more so that, like I said, it can make makeup feel more accessible and fun and just a way to express yourself. Fix my hair. Alright, this is the finished look. Bye guys.